Anxiety is a very strange experience. It's a sense of unease, sense of fear, unknown fears, unknown restlessness or tension going on in your body. And why does anxiety happen? Well, there's multiple causes of anxiety. And I'm going to start with shock and trauma. So if you have a bad experience in your life, either abuse or financial stress or seeing an accident, then this leaves a permanent memory in your brain. And this trauma actually rewires your nervous system and keeps you more fragile or vulnerable to emotional stress. And some people never recover from emotional trauma and they become more prone to anxiety and depression. And I often treat that using homeopathic remedies as well as psychotherapy. I talk about the homeopathic remedies in my online course. The other thing that causes anxiety is inflammation. Now, where does inflammation come from? It comes from leaky gut syndrome. And that's when inflammatory foods and a poor diet damage your intestines. And when you have intestinal damage, you basically get a lot of toxins being exposed to your bloodstream and to your immune system. And that creates inflammation everywhere. And when you have inflammation in your body, that creates a cortisol imbalance. And when cortisol becomes imbalanced, then you have a drop in serotonin, dopamine, melatonin, and GABA. And a drop in GABA often creates more anxiety. GABA is the neurotransmitter that calms down anxiety. So when your GABA levels are low, your anxiety is going to be higher. The other thing that contributes to anxiety is adrenal fatigue. Your adrenal glands produce adrenaline. They're responsible for the fight or flight response. They also produce cortisol. So if they're stressed or burnt out because of emotional trauma or too much inflammation causing them to produce too much cortisol, then they go into adrenal fatigue. And with adrenal fatigue, you get the cortisol imbalance, which creates the low GABA levels, contributing to anxiety. Another thing that causes anxiety is high lactate levels. So if your body is not detoxifying toxins, basically, you have a lot of inflammation. And also when your liver is very toxic, it does not convert lactate back to glucose. So high levels of lactate or lactic acid remain in your blood, and high levels of lactic acid actually make anxiety worse as well. And I cover how to heal your liver and reduce lactate levels in my online course. The other thing that also contributes to anxiety is low progesterone levels. You see, progesterone helps your brain process GABA much faster. So if your progesterone levels are low, your GABA processing ability in your brain is reduced, making you more prone to anxiety. And why does progesterone go low? Well, in Chinese medicine, your liver is responsible for hormonal balance. And so if your liver is toxic or stagnant, what we call liver qi stagnation, then your processing of hormones will be diminished and you'll have hormonal imbalance, which is usually low progesterone levels and high estrogen levels. So you can see how liver toxicity or liver stagnation actually contributes to hormonal imbalance as well as mood disturbances. So take my online course to heal your hormones, create more liver balance, reduce inflammation, fix leaky gut syndrome, and live a healthier, calm life without anxiety, without depression, without chronic diseases. And take the online course also to understand how to release emotions. I give you very nice, specific techniques to heal emotional trauma. I also give you beautiful homeopathic remedy examples to heal specific types of trauma, if it's financial stress or a relationship breakup. For example, Natrum muriaticum is a homeopathic remedy I use for the loss of a loved one. So I give you beautiful examples of all these different remedies you can use for specific types of symptoms. Your anxiety might be a fear of rubbers, or your anxiety might come across as OCD. There's different remedies for different types of anxiety. So treat the root cause. Don't waste your time by suppressing symptoms. You have hope. You have a chance to honestly live the life of your dreams. Blessings, and I'll see you in the course. Thanks.